IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, the Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, and Dagger Law.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Interface Video Productions Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Before we get started, I want to say what a nice job Sarah Mooney did singing the national anthem here at Fisher Catholic High School. Tonight we've got a great battle set to do a battle here on the court at Fisher Catholic as the Irish host the Liberty Union Lions. Now, Tim, when you look at this game, the Irish have been playing some really good basketball. They come in 8-2, which really kind of a surprise as they lost a lot of senior talent from last year's team. On the other hand, Liberty Union started off the year really slow, 0-6. They beat, for their first win of the year, they beat Bloom Carroll for the first time in 22 years. Since then, they haven't lost. So this should be a really good basketball game.
Yeah, both teams on a 4-game winning streak, so somebody's going to have a 5-game winning streak after, and somebody's going to have their winning streak broken, obviously. Interesting thing, you look at Fisher, they won 4. They lost to 2 good teams over the break. You lose to Wellington and Rosecrans, especially Rosecrans at home. They're very good in Zanesville. Now they've pulled off 4 in a row. Got to give Liberty credit. You start out 0-6, Jared, you start to wonder. But give them credit. They've bounced back. They beat a decent Carroll team. They beat a decent Amanda team and have won 4 in a row now. So, like you said, we're looking for a real head knocker here. Let's
talk about this Liberty Union team with head coach Matt Kramer, new to Liberty Union. As I mentioned, 0-6 to start the season, but something turned for them. And they got a big win against Bloom Carroll on their home court, first time in 22 years. And obviously that's a big win, and it's propelled them since then.
Well, yeah, that's a confidence builder. Like you said, 22 years, that's pretty hard to believe. But, it's a long season, but it's still hard to keep young people engaged sometimes. But I give the kids credit, and I give the coaching staff credit that they've been able to do that.
One thing very interesting, as I was looking at the stats and the scoring from both these teams, both of them are so balanced. You go down through every single game, and there are 6, 7, 8, sometimes 9, 10 guys in the scoring column. And you look at their season averages, you've got guys at 10, 9, 8, 7, multiple guys right up there around that 10-point mark, which is really good to see.
Yeah, when you don't have a player that just stands out, you've got to do that, and you have to have contributions from a lot of people, and they obviously do. And I think the thing that's helped Fisher is not to compare them to any other teams here in the past few years or whatever. This team's very close, and that helps. When you have a unity about you and a strength as a unit, it goes a long way.
For the Liberty Union Lions, they'll go with Caleb Shook, Jaden Billingsley, Jacob Burlekamp, Wyatt Sims, and Jared Eisen. For the Irish, Peyton Shockley, Carter Brady, Daniel Turner, Bailey Francis, and Bryson Vogel. Our tip-off tonight brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school basketball. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. Great crowd on hand for this Thursday night affair. And I guess a cross-divisional matchup in the Mid-State League. Of course, the Irish out of the Cardinal Division and the Lions out of the Buckeye Division. Tip is up and controlled by the Irish. Looks like Liberty Union in a man-to-man defense to start out.
Yeah, I'm teaching you. You're getting it organized there.
Great backdoor cut there and pass. Daniel Turner finishes it off, but a good pass by Bryson Vogel.
Yeah, just set him up to run that clear out.
Here's Sims going strong to the hoop, puts it up and in.
Yeah, he just put his head down and beat the defender right off the dribble. Full court man pressure, Jared.
Brady brings it up, gives it left side to Shockley. Dump over to Francis, who scores it.
It's the best way to beat pressure is go score.
Yep. Eisen gives it off Wyatt Sims. Now Burlekamp. Burlekamp fires up a three and drains it. Burlekamp averaging 11.5 per game. He is their leading scorer. Quickly the other way come the Irish. Vogel dumps it inside. Good pass and a good finish by Bailey Francis.
A great job by Francis, sealing his defender. Got his hip on his top leg.
There's Burlekamp back out front now. Sims for a three behind the top of the key, and it goes out of bounds back to Fisher Catholic. 6-5 early in favor of Fisher Catholic. A little bit of man-to-man pressure there. Irish do a nice job breaking it. In the corner, Vogel for three, no good. Quickly up the floor come the Lions. Burlekamp for three, drains it. That's the second of the night for Jacob Burlekamp, the sophomore.
Yeah, the Fisher staff's obviously aware of him. I heard, get out. Yeah, they're trying to run and trap at him out of their man defense a little bit. You just got to keep your composure.
Nice pass over to Vogel, and he puts it up and in. Tied up at 8. Wyatt Sims strong to the hoop, no good. Daniel Turner the rebound.
Yeah, Francis gave him a little contact that time, threw him off balance.
Wide open lane and a great job by Carter Brady.
That's like the Red Sea right there,
yeah.
Jared.
We got a great view of that.
Sure did.
10-8 Irish. Sims being dogged by Brady, almost loses it. In the corner, a three put up no good for Billingsley. And a whistle and a foul on the box out. Got a replay, watch this. Right here, the three from Burlekamp. He's clapping for it, he wants it. He's feeling it.
Yep, got himself set. Good focus, good shooter.
Irish basketball, they lead at 10-8. Lions come with some pressure as Hunter Antrit checks into the ball game for the first time for the Lions. Shockley gets it across the timeline, tries to get fancy with the pass and stolen away by Wyatt Sims. Here comes Sims to the hoop, he's fouled.
Yeah, one-handed passes are not really a good idea for players. You got to be a lot higher caliber to make that pass successful.
And that's exactly what Coach Brown's telling him right now. He said, jump stop, make a good pass there.
Yeah, you just do simple things. Teams that are good do simple things.
Free throw no good for Wyatt Sims.
You can see right here. He's just going to come full tilt. We've seen him try to drive 3 times now. He's an energy player.
Second one up, also no good. Scrum for the basketball, and it'll be a jump ball. It'll stay with the Lions. Ty Boggs, another sophomore, checking into the ball game for Liberty Union. He'll give Caleb Shook a break. Three-pointer for Burlekamp, no good. Good box out by Brady.
Got pressure that time, and he had to move his feet. Yeah,
that's a good call. That's twice down the floor that Antrit's been all over him.
You cannot allow defenders to control the dribbler. I always used to tell officials, Jared, you got to protect the shooter and protect the dribbler. The rest of it, your judgment.
Yeah.
Because it affects the play. It takes the skill out of the game.
Shockley kicks it to the corner to Vogel. 4:30 and counting here in this first quarter. Irish up 10-8. Shockley had it tipped away from him, but a foul's going to be called. Who are they going to get? Antrid again, that's his second. He's been in the game for a minute. Brady to inbound, gets it in the corner to Vogel. Fires up a high arching three, and he drains it.
That's a tough shot. Nice shot by Bryson. The corner three is your lowest percent, Jared.
13-8 the score. There's Sims again on the drive. Strong to the hoop, but an off-balance shot, no good.
Yeah, he's kind of wild there. He's only going one direction. What a pass.
Nice hustle back for the Irish. And Vogel scores it again.
Yeah, but the pass made the play.
Yep. 15-8, Irish. Here's Antrit, turnaround jumper. Breaks a scoring drought for the Lions. It's 15-10 now.
Yeah, going to take the pressure off here now.
Brady dumps inside to Turner. He couldn't finish.
Again, what we've talked about several times, just in a hurry there, Jared.
Yeah.
Just take your time. Catch the ball, come down. Don't you feel like the pace is just kind of reckless?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Whistle and a foul going to be called. They're going to get Bailey Francis with this one, I believe. Shu, I'm watching Coach Matt Kramer for Liberty Union over on the side as we see this three from Vogel. So high it went out of the screen.
Yeah.
But Coach Kramer reminds me a lot of another coach I know, Coach Tim Shoemaker. Does a lot of coaching in practice, and then doesn't say a whole lot. At least early he hasn't. This is, I think, the first time he's got off the bench right now, and that's just give a guy a break as he comes off the court.
Yeah, everybody's got their styles and their ways, and if you're comfortable with your team and you know what they can do, and they're doing what you ask, it's really not your night.
Right. Loose ball taken away by the Lions. (15-11) down to a 4-point deficit for Liberty Union. 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Antrid, a long-range three, no good. Shockley the rebound. Faked the pass to the corner, took the shot himself, no good. Now we've got Bailey Francis is injured down on the other end. As Bongs fires up a three, it's no good. And a rebound by Vogel, and Fisher Catholic, no, they're going to be an official timeout. I didn't see what happened to Bailey, but he's holding at that left arm. Maybe he got an elbow right in that muscle area.
Well, I don't want to be too biological, but you got a deltoid muscle right there, and if you take an elbow in it, it'll get your attention. Hopefully it's nothing like a separation or anything. It appears to be what you said. Took an elbow or a hit there. Soft tissue. Great back cut.
Here's the...
Just everybody's in a hurry, Jared.
That was a replay, but I don't think that was where he got hurt. I think it was the next trip down the floor. Wyatt Sims to the hoop. He's blocked by Colin McCready, who just checked into the ball game. It'll be Irish basketball. They lead at 15-11, 2:02 to play in the first quarter. Now they change it. They make the correction. It's Liberty Union
the right
basketball.
call.
Yeah,
that's smart by Carter
blocked,
Brady, though. Just go act like it's yours.
Yeah, why not?
Nah, that's smart.
Eisen checks back in for Liberty Union. He was on our roster as 24. He's actually wearing number 4. Antrit gets it to the corner to Boggs. Eisen now back over to Boggs for 3. No good. Rebounded by the Irish.
Yeah, good block out right there.
Inside of 2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Vogel. That's it. Just take your time. and you get everything you want.
Max Shaw shot no good. Blocked by Antrit. Now down the other way. Three-pointer put up. It's short. Irish the board.
I feel like I'm in an open gym environment.
Sure, I tell you. Vogel picks up his dribble and his trap there and kicks it back out. Now over right side, Turner. Spin move, shot high off the glass, no good. Shaw the rebound, and still no good. And now whoa.
Yeah, he got teed on that.
Shaw had wrapped him up from behind, which is a foul on him, and but then the reaction by Wyatt Sims was not a smart one.
No, that's intentional. That's a technical foul.
So let them sort this out. Is this where the injury? Okay, this is where Bailey Francis got injured. Ooh, looked like it kind of stretched it a little too far back.
Yeah, might have hyperextended.
Yeah.
He's a strong player.
Yeah, he is.
Good body.
So we got a foul on Max Shaw. That's his first. And then a technical foul going to be on Wyatt Sims.
And Division I basketball, that would have been an ejection.
Yeah, you're
Jared.
right.
That's a flagrant one. Don't have that in high school at this time.
Turner for the Irish, drains both free throws, makes it 16-11.
Just got to get your emotions in check.
Yep. They actually, on the board, put the foul on Antrit, but I don't think that's right. It was Wyatt Sims.
It was.
There.
Yeah. They'll correct it.
Yeah. Got to get Jason Roush on the ball over there running that scoreboard. Under a minute to play in the first quarter, 17-11 to score. There's Jason.
Nice stop and go by Carter.
And a good rebound by Shaw, but it's tipped out of there and it'll stay with the Irish. So Brady to inbound. Here's Turner. Down to 25 seconds. To Vogel at the elbow, back out now to Brady. Let's see if they hold it for 8 seconds.
Well, you have to be able to handle it here if you're going to do that. Trying to speed Carter up a little bit.
Brady, little layup, goes.
That's a good job of trapping right there.
Down to 5 seconds.
Don't want to give up a layup, though.
Billingsley shot no good. And they will not get the shot off, but the Irish finished strong there in that first quarter to lead 19-11.
Would you say wild and woolly?
Ooh, I tell you, it was. So Fisher Catholic on top 19-11 after a first quarter of play. And we're going to be joined up here at on the stage by the brand new principal here at Fisher Catholic High School. That's Jim Globakar. And Jim, first of all, thanks for coming up. Thanks for having us out tonight.
Absolutely, guys. We appreciate you being here. This is huge.
So tell us a little bit about, before we get into talking about great things happening here that you've brought to Fisher Catholic, tell us how you got here. What's your background?
Well, I grew up in Cleveland, a Brown season ticket holder proudly. Went to Ohio State and lived here in Columbus for a couple years before moving down to Tampa, Florida. And got into education down in Tampa, was teacher and coached 3 sports for 8 years, and got into administration for a couple years, and then decided to move back home. Closer to family and friends, and Ohio State, and the kids are chanting for me. This is nice. At least somebody likes me. But and then came here to Fisher, and then had a transition period there in the fall, and they asked me to be principal, and I'm excited to be here.
Good deal. As we start the second quarter, the Irish will have the basketball. Shockley with it. Jim, that was a fast-paced first quarter. What are your thoughts on that?
I'll tell you, there was got a little emotions going there.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
Good crowd here tonight as well. Anytime you get inter-county rivals like this playing, you're going to have great crowds.
Yeah, it's one of those things. We have a great following, really, in all of our sports. I've been really impressed in the short time that I've been here about the participation we get from our parents and our students traveling to games and so on. So.
Shook scores it for the Lions. Back the other way come Liberty Union. Antrit for 3 at the midline and gets it 21-16 now.
That's why you have to take care of the basketball, Jared.
Come north, that pressure. McCready to the hoop, no good. Here come the Lions. Billingsley quickly up the floor. And a good job by the Irish there. Bryson Vogel had it coming right at him. And we've got a whistle and a timeout. Coach Brown going to take one. Timeouts tonight are brought to you by the Carriage Company, the best place to go to find your next car, truck, van, or SUV, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. And check out their website at carriagecompany.com. Jim, tell us about some of the great things you've got going on here. I know that you mentioned the great following of fans at sporting events, but it's a lot more than sporting events here at Fisher Catholic.
Sure. We provide a faith-based education for over 160 students. We're hoping to grow here in the coming years, but the things that our students do are amazing. I can't tell you. We have kids that are lettering in 5 sports in 3 seasons. I'd never seen it till I got here.
Wow.
And they're all MSL, and they're 4.0 students, and I have no idea how they do it. So it's pretty impressive. We have our quiz team is always state ranked. They're going to be on TV coming up here January 30th. So we're excited to see them. We have over half our student body attending the March for Life next week in Washington, D.C., which is a great trip.
Vogel scored the bucket, but they're going to wave it off. They're going to say it's a charge on Bryson. Yeah, I was talking back and forth through email with Coach Brown. He was telling me about, how many kids, not just on his basketball team, but school-wide that go to that event in Washington.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Coach Brown sent you the list. I think over half our basketball teams on the National Honor Society.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like I said, what these kids do, not just on the athletic field, but in the classroom and in the community with all the service projects that we do. It's really a special place to be a part of.
And obviously, being the principal, you can't do it alone. You've got a great staff here as well. I'll give you a chance to give a shout out to your teaching staff. Oh yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I can't thank them enough. I try and send them emails about every other week telling them how wonderful they are. But between our teachers, we get a lot of support from. We have our coaches are supportive of not only their sport but the kids in their classroom work, and I think Coach Brown mentioned to you, kids are going on a school trip, no issues. It's not going to affect basketball in any way because there's things that are more important than sports. As much as excited as I am here watching this game, but.
So this is your first experience as a head principal, correct?
Correct. This is I was a teacher and a coach, then I was a dean of students, and I was an assistant principal for a short period of time, and now I'm the principal, and it's a whole nother level of responsibility, but it's fun, and it's been awesome getting to know everybody here through different ways.
Has your head stopped spinning yet?
Absolutely not. And I think I could do this for 30 years. I don't think it'd ever stop spinning. You're always learning something new, or there's always something going on that can be improved, and so we got a lot of projects coming up here at the school for improvements to the school, both physically but also hoping to build the student body and in turn then be able to offer more things. So we're excited.
Good deal. Well, before we let you go, I wanted to ask you, I heard that you got to take a trip to the Rose Bowl. How was that? How was that experience?
It was a bucket list for my father and I to go, and so he's 70 years old, and he's still in good shape. But, you know, when Ohio State made the Rose Bowl, it gave me an excuse to cross it off the bucket list. So it was a pretty cool trip, and saw one cloud in 4 days. So you can't beat that.
Yeah. What a great thing for you to get to experience with your father, too. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I love my dad a lot. He's done a lot for me, and he's my first call every day. So
good deal.
Anything I can do for him.
Daniel Turner.
He's already talking about coming down and figuring out when he can come down and see some basketball games, because he was a basketball coach. So
cool. You said you have coaching in your background. Where was that?
I coached golf in the fall, and then I coached basketball in the winter.
Okay.
But probably my main sports were baseball and softball in the spring. I would say that those were my two favorite to be a part of.
3:51 to play here in the first half. 23-21, Liberty Union has taken a lead, and Jim Globacar joins us. We want to thank you, first of all, for coming up and talking to us. We'll let you get back to your seat. Obviously, the students love you. I mean, they did a chant, "We love Jim, we love Jim, we want Jim."
Well, they probably shouldn't be calling me Jim. We got to work on that. But with that being said, no, our student body is the best student body I've ever been around, and I can't wait to move on and do all the great things that I know that they're going to do. And our basketball teams looks good this year, so we're excited. And maybe we'll see you in Columbus in March. That'd be the goal.
Good. Jim Globacar, principal here at Fisher Catholic. Thanks again for coming up.
Thanks, guys. Anytime.
3:44 to play in the first half. 24-21. Liberty Union's gone on a little run here. It was 21-16. They trailed, and all of a sudden it's 24-21. They're up.
Well, that led all that. Loss of the lead was by poor shot selection, Jared.
Yeah.
Just playing faster than what you're really capable of, and then the choices that you take to shoot the basketball. You score more points when you take your time. That's what people don't understand.
Shot put up no good for Turner. Here comes Billingsley. Down to 3.5 minutes to play in the half. Billingsley up and under, puts it up and in. First bucket of the game for Jaden. Vogel, skip pass over. Shockley was wide open underneath the hoop. Couldn't finish it. Here's Antrit. Pass out to Burleycamp. Now back out top of the key to Eisen. Inside Sims. Lost the basketball. Shockley strips it away. Payton just splits the defenders, then kicks it to the corner. But Shockley going to be called for a player control foul.
Just too many players out of control, Jared.
Yep.
You know, Fisher's playing an NBA schedule.
Nice crossover dribble there by Billingsley on the replay.
Yep. That's what we call the whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
A whoop and a do. Just out of control. You know, you just got to get under control. You got to play the game under control.
Antrit will fire up the three, and he got it. Second triple of the night for Hunter Antrit. He's got 8 points. Burleycamp leads the Lions with 10. Skip pass over to Brady, almost taken away.
Nothing's ever, you know, under control. Everything's just too fast, throwing it up.
I like to call that helter-skelter.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Billingsley, whoa, throws that one into the third row of the student section. Max Shaw checks back in. Caden Starcher comes in for his first action of the night. Also in for Fisher Catholic is Sam Maynard and Jaden Boyden. Brady loses it out of bounds.
I don't know what the run of points is, but it's pretty big. Now they're not even getting shots. You know, I said an NBA schedule. Fisher played Tuesday. They play tonight, and they Harvest prep Saturday, and then come back Monday.
Wow.
That's 4 games in, 6 days.
Whistle and a foul as Wyatt Sims kind of leveled Sam Maynard. Or Caleb Shook, that is, not Wyatt Sims.
And that's kind of the Tavern League shove right there. Put your arm in his back when the ball goes up, and wisely would go down. Make sure the official sees it.
I like how Coach Kramer is coaching this. Anytime a player of his gets a hard foul like that, he takes him out. Did that with Wyatt Sims after Sims got the technical, and now Caleb Shook with the shove, and he brings him out.
Well, you know, there's some fouls are not bad fouls.
Right.
And you know what? Just keep them in check.
Free throw up and no good for Maynard, rebounded by the Lions. Billingsley, left side to Boggs for 3, no good. And ball tipped out of bounds, it'll stay with the Lions. Boggs to inbound. Gets it out to Antrit. Pass is tipped into the student section again.
He passes the ball across his body. And what I'm saying is from his right hand, he's throwing it across his body, and he gets a lot of tips.
Yeah.
If you pivot, bend your knees, and make the pass, you create a better angle, plus it gets to where it's supposed to go. 18-4 run. There's another tip pass. This is, you know, personally for me, I don't care who wins games, but boy, the passing skills are just not very good, Jared.
Good finish there by Jared Eisen. And another takeaway. Eisen to the hoop. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Jaden Boyden. No, yeah, it was Boyden.
Yeah, Liberty's pressure has exposed Fisher's lack of ball handling.
Yes, it has.
You know, they did a good job early beating the pressure, getting layups, but that's all in the past now. And they've subbed, and some of the players aren't as, should I say, as skilled at handling. Fair assessment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Fisher's got an awful small group in there right now. Of course, Liberty doesn't have any big players right now either.
That was the layup just a while ago by Eisen. Caleb Riddle checks in for Liberty Union. Vogel and Turner back in for Fisher Catholic. As Eisen makes both ends of the free throw. 33-21. That breaks a streak right there. Sam Maynard scores for the Irish.
Yeah, 20-4. Got another layup.
Eisen quickly the other way. Three-point attempt in the corner, no good for Nick Congrove, and a whistle and a foul.
I mean, guys just walk in the game and shoot a corner three, the lowest percentage three. That's fine if you want to play that way, but you're going to take the consequences of it.
Antrit comes off the bench. He'll get Caleb Riddle.
Don't fault the kids' effort right now. Both teams playing really hard, but you got to get some control in that hard play.
Brady at the free throw line, and first one's up and good. Gives him 5 points on the night.
And this makes it a little more reasonable for Fisher. Maybe, for them, looking at it from their viewpoint, they were down 12 and on the verge of really extending. Now you're, if you make this, which he did, you're back within 8. Now, pending what happens the last 37 seconds, we'll see what happens before the halftime.
Billingsley taking instruction from Coach Kramer, saying going for one shot. Down to 18 seconds. Here's Antrit. Back over now to Eisen. In the corner, Congrove for a three on the other side. No good. Rebounded by Burlekamp. Down to 8 seconds. Skip pass over to Congrove. Again, another 3. He's 0 for 3 since coming into the game. Long shot to end the half is no good for Carter Brady. 33-25 at halftime. Boy, an interesting first half of play. It'll be interesting to see how they come out in the second half.
Yeah, that quarter belonged to Liberty. Turned the tide totally. It was 19-11, 22-6. Whew, that quarter. You give up 22 points in a quarter, you're not going to beat anybody really very good.
Tonight's halftime is brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right. 33-25, Liberty Union over Fisher Catholic at halftime. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the first half stats and analysis, as well as all the second half action coming up on the Interface Video Productions Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Rich. Welcome to Lines Auto Service.
Lines Auto Service, a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about you and your vehicle long after you leave. Lines Auto Service is family-owned and operated and uses the latest in diagnostic equipment to guarantee your vehicle is serviced correctly. We use only quality replacement parts, and our expert team of ASE certified technicians will treat you with courtesy and respect. Stop by and see us at Lines Auto Service, 268 North Broad Street in Bremen, and we'll look forward to calling you our friend.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster or 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
I was at work on Friday morning and I had a massive heart attack. They took me to Fairfield Medical Center where they had the cath lab and everything all set up and ready for me when I arrived. They had to shock me 3 times to bring me back, and they didn't give up. I was there for 12 days, and I felt comfortable there. Everybody was just so kind and so nice. It was a great team, I can tell you. Wouldn't be for that team there, I wouldn't be alive today. Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
At Dagger Law, we have more than 110 years of combined expertise in nearly every part of law.
What I think sets us apart from any other law firm is our ability to work together.
With us, you're getting a trusted partner, in addition to a team who can help you with a growing business, changing family, planning your future, or dealing with land issues.
It's a challenge every day, and you meet an awful lot of nice people.
Your case matters. We'll take the time and the energy to ensure that you have a quality experience, quality representation.
Whatever you need, we have a lawyer who can help. Dagger Law. Local, trusted, experienced. For nearly 90 years, Kumler Collision and Automotive has shown a commitment to excellence with decades of experience and a passion for auto and body repair. Over the years, we've been a big part of seeing this community grow. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about our customers long after they leave. Kumler Collision and Automotive. We're your neighbors, your friends, and if it's important to your family, it's important to ours.
And welcome back to Fisher Catholic High School. Your halftime score, Liberty Union 33, Fisher Catholic 25. And as we ended that first half, obviously, you know, that second quarter we had Principal Jim Globakar up here, so it was hard to gauge what was going on the floor. For me, anyway, you got a chance to watch it. The tides turned quickly for Fisher Catholic. They had a 19-11 lead going into the second quarter, and they went down like that.
Yeah, it came down to just poor offensive choices more than anything. Either turning the ball over or taking poor shots.
Yeah.
Not within your skill ability and whatever. But, maybe they'll settle down. Coach Brown get them settled down. It'll be more solid this half. But give Liberty credit. Their pressure created a lot of turnovers, which led to easy points because they were struggling at times there in the half-court offense, but they got in the open floor a little bit.
Look at first half scoring, first of all, for Fisher Catholic. It was Carter Brady with 6. Colin McCready had 2. Daniel Turner with 4. Jaden Boyden, Bailey Francis had 4. Sam Maynard had 2. Bryson Vogel with 7. For the Lions, it was Caleb Shook with 4. Jaden Billingsley with 2. Jacob Burlekamp leads away with 10. Wyatt Sims had 3. Jared Eisen with 6. And Hunter Antritt had 8 points, and the Lions lead it 33-25. We were talking off the air as well. A big thing that happened with Fisher Catholic is losing Bailey Francis.
Yeah, that affects them because he's a rock down inside. He does take his time and finishes at the basket, and he's got an ice pack on his shoulder, so we're probably not going to see him. But other players have to step up and just got to slow down. We're talking about just pivot inside, give a head fake, go up and finish. It just seemed a little frantic to me, Jared, and more than normal. And you love the kids that are excited, they're passionate, they're energized, but you got to have a little bit of control about you. Now, looks like Fisher is going to come out here.
So we'll see if they come out a little more settled down
Play
than
a
they
little
were in the first
zone.
half.
Yep, try to switch defenses on them a little bit.
Three-point attempt put up, no good. Shockley the rebound.
One pass and a 3. Different ball game, different era.
It is. Good backdoor cut.
Great
Another
pass.
nice pass, but they couldn't finish it.
Carter really delivers the ball well.
Yes, he does.
Makes some really good choices.
Billingsley skips it over to Wyatt Sims. Back out to Eisen. Sims on the drive, loses it, and it went off of Vogel, so it'll stay with the Lions.
Yeah, you got to know if you're guarding Wyatt that he's going to go right-handed. Now, he goes hard. I've coached players like that they put their head down and go, but you have to take his right-hand drive away. Yeah. Not that he can't dribble left or go, but he's not going to be as quick and as strong going to his left.
Three-point attempt put up for Eisen, and he got it.
Even that's a little more movement, and everybody's under control a little bit, so the offense works better.
And a whistle and a foul on the Irish.
When you're a guard and you feel pressure, you should back dribble one dribble to gain space, cross the ball over, and go the other direction. And you don't have those kind of issues. And that's just something Carter just got to work on.
Eisen and Burlekamp there on the opposite pages on that pass.
Yeah, it has not been a passing clinic to say the least tonight.
(36-25), Lions lead it, 6:42 and counting here in the third quarter. Shockley on the drive inside the paint, kicks it back out. Vogel for 3, and he got it.
But see, Shockley's under control that time. Even though he penetrated, he didn't turn and throw something up without facing the basket. He pitched it, and Bryson made a nice shot.
Billingsley back out Eisen for another 3, and he hit it again.
Yep, nice pitch there from Liberty. Same thing, drive the baseline, kick out, shooter's ready.
It's a Carriage Company timeout. How about the long bounce pass as we see Vogel's three-pointer? But on the other end, Billingsley drove. He was up underneath the basket, then threw a long bounce pass out to Eisen for 3.
Well, when you give up the baseline defensively, everybody's got to sink to the level of the ball, and that brings people down. And he found the open man, so that's a nice play by the guard right there.
6:22 to play in the third quarter, 39-28 Liberty.
We've talked about the highest percentage, too, of successful threes come from the wing to the top. That's your higher percentage. People shoot a lot of corner ones, but it's a low percent.
Yeah.
If you can catch the ball from wing extended across the key, you're going to have real success up there.
Get a look there at the Liberty Union student section. Of course, having both teams very close by, what would you say separates them? 10 miles, if
8.
that?
I've
8?
driven it so
Is it
many
8?
times.
There's a steal on the inbound, and Billingsley gets himself an easy bucket.
At full court pressure, got them 2 points again. They've scored off of a lot of turnovers.
Brady quickly up the floor, but it's stolen away by Eisen. Eisen, nice fake, and then finishes himself.
He's having a big quarter.
Yes, he is. That's 8 already in the quarter for him.
Yeah, he looks steady right now. Working hard defensively. It's a good job of channeling the player.
Block going to be called.
That's a good
on
call.
Caleb Shook. That'll be his 3rd.
Right in front of the official, right in front of us.
So Antrit will check in for Sims.
Now look at Carter Brady's feet.
Shook,
He's not even out of bounds.
Oh, wow, he's not.
Nah, official had to tell him. I thought he was going to let him stand there.
Here's the replay. Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, that's a block. That's.
And another steal for Jared Eisen.
Yeah, just exposing their lack of decent ball handling.
Brady quickly up the floor, gets it to Vogel, who puts it up and in.
That's a good timeout by Coach Brown right there. You got to find something to do to be consistent.
And Tim, we have Standing Stone National Bank back on board with us for basketball.
Always. Standing Stone Bank, whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor. Let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
So we had Jim Globicar, the principal from Fisher Catholic, on in the second quarter, and he talked about how smart the students are, how many things they're involved in. Listen to some of these numbers here. Carter Brady, 3.69 GPA, National Honor Society. Colin McCready, 3.4 GPA. Daniel Turner, 3.94 GPA, National Honor Society. Joe Martin, 3.4 GPA. Evan Long, 3.7 GPA. Caden Starcher, 3.3. Jaden Boyden, 3.0. Sam Maynard, 3.9, National Honor Society. Dylan Pico, 3.9. Max Shaw, 3.8, National Honor Society. And Bryson Vogel, a 4.1 GPA and National Honor Society.
Yeah, Bryson's really
slacking. That's all just the
slacking,
basketball players. That's just on the basketball court.
And that's what you get here. And if you had the girls team here tonight and you'd read theirs, you'd hear the same thing. And believe me, those are not elevated without hard work.
Right. 43-30, 5:27 and counting here in this third quarter.
Little triple trap.
Billingsley's pass almost stolen away. Brady got a hand on it.
Yeah, defensive pressure was not organized. You never want 3 people on the ball. How many tip balls have we seen tonight? Yeah.
Too many to count.
Yeah, I want to practice both teams tomorrow just for a half an hour each team on catching and passing. Yeah. Nice crossover.
Very nice. A nice pass to Billingsley. Back out. Good ball movement. Antrit for 3.
Yeah.
That's a good possession by Liberty Union.
They've done a nice job. When they get the baseline, that's called a one more. Make one more pass, and they made the one more pass.
On the other end for 3. Turner, no good. Ball being tipped around and finally put up and in for Colin McCready.
Yeah, good job by Bryson Vogel getting a tip loose ball. Sometimes you don't have to get the ball.
Here's Sims with it. Give it back to Eisen. I tell you what, Jared Eisen has played outstanding in this
I like
half.
this here. What's he doing right here? He's putting on his hip. Get everybody settled. I like it.
He's like the man that controls things for Liberty
Union. Somebody's got to.
Yeah.
And you have to have that in your play. No matter how you play, somebody's got to have a little composure.
There's Antrit backing up, now trying to get a pass to Wyatt Sims. Then a big pass over, and a layup no good, but a hard foul.
Yeah, that's a good cut to the basket.
Burlekamp going to go to the free throw line.
Tell all young players, when you come from the baseline, point that foot, square your shoulders, expect contact, and get the ball high on the glass. Yep. And you know what? He could have made that a three-point play. But as a young player, he'll learn those things.
And no good on the first free throw. Burleycamp just a sophomore. Ty Boggs comes in. He'll give Ison a rest. Unless he's completely out of breath, I don't know, I'd take him off the floor as well as he's playing right now.
Some coaches have a predetermined substitution pattern. Now, how about that?
Yeah.
A shot fake and squared his shoulders and put it in. That's the first one we've seen all night.
47-34. Three-point attempt on the other end is up and in for Burleycamp.
Confident.
He had three of those in the first half. That's
I just like his confidence.
Daniel Turner on the other end.
Yeah, I have no problem if you're going to attack the basket. It's under control. Those are good things.
Hunter Antrit scores. 52-36, 3:33 to play here in this third quarter. Shockley splits two defenders. Nice pass over to Vogel and puts it up and in.
Nobody's playing any defense, but at least the players are taking their time and putting it in the basket.
Yeah. Here's Antrit for three, and he got it. $16 points in the ball game for Hunter Antrit. Shockley threw that one to Tom Russo.
Tom's hands were not ready, though. He's on the camera. Watch right here. Shot fake.
Yep, you're
Doesn't
right.
matter how big you are either. And he
really
actually got fouled.
Yeah,
he did. But that's how you can score in there. You don't have to be real tall. Just got to be strong with a basketball. Nice move.
55-38, 3:04 and counting here in the third quarter.
And
Boggs brings it up.
A little wardrobe malfunction. The official took care of it there.
Over in the corner, they get it to Sims. Now back to Antrit. Boy, spacing is not very good right now as Antrit is trapped and Coach Kramer calls a timeout. Brandon LaBelle had checked into the ball game for Liberty Union. His team leads at 55-38.
Well, you know, you're looking at teams with 4 and 6 and 8 and 2. This is a halfway mark. We talked about that Tuesday with the girls teams, Jared. So at some point you got to start making improvements here. You're at halfway. You're 50%. By the 75 to 80%, you got to be sound in what you're doing. And I would say this: both teams got some work to do, but both are capable of having a really good end of the year. But you got to get better.
We mentioned Liberty Union losing their first 6 games, some of those being close, a couple of them blowouts, but since then they've won 4 in a row. And listen to these margins of victory: 21, 10, 30, and 11.
Well, I think it's come from their defense, and they do shoot the three decent, but they also, their defense has gotten a lot of deflections and turnovers, as you've seen tonight. Good job of keeping your dribble.
Yep.
I love it. A guard did the right thing. He explored the baseline.
Fires up a long three, no good. Rebounded by Maynard.
And he came back out, Jared. He did not pick his dribble up.
Vogel, the three, in and out and back in.
Wow.
Long pass down the floor. And Shook can't catch up with it. It's taken by the Irish. Vogel gets it back over to Brady. Now Maynard.
Nice movement.
Inside the Shaw. Couldn't get the shot. Now it's loose, and it will go back to the Lions.
There's a battle of the guards right there, posting.
Yeah.
2 guards posting each other up. Oops.
Saved it right between Bryson Vogel's legs. Irish still were able to come away with it. Here's Antrit. They'll kick it back out to Burleycamp for 3, no good.
Yeah. He's not as good off the move or dribble yet as a sophomore. And you know, if I were going to work with him, that's what I'd tell him. Let's work on it. Work on showing the ball. Work on the mid-range, because he's got some ability.
Here's Shaw going to the hoop, and he scored it, and he's fouled. I don't know that I want to get in a foot race with Max Shaw.
You know,
he can run.
I've said before, and you've heard me, if a guy can dribble faster than you can run, then I'm not sure you're in the right sport. Just turn and sprint.
Yeah.
Most players do not understand exactly what it means to sprint completely.
Shaw completes the three-point play. Cuts it back to an 11-point deficit for the Irish, 55-44. Billingsley drives baseline but loses it out of bounds. Everybody left Vogel, and he picks up his dribble. Here's a replay of Max Shaw in that three-point play.
Yep. Heck of a shot.
Yeah.
Shows his athleticism is what he did right there. I said, I like all the kids' effort tonight, Jared. I'm not, critical of their effort's tremendous. Just take your time and let your athleticism and skill show.
Caleb Shook was called for a foul. That's his fourth, so he'll check out.
Good back cut right there, but good ball pressure. Can't make the pass if you're under pressure.
Turner to the block. Shot's no good. And it's out of bounds back to the Lions.
Yeah, that's kind of a forced shot. You know, it's okay to penetrate and explore, but you don't have to shoot a bad shot. You can still bring it back out.
Antrit brings it up for the Lions. We'll get it over to Sims. Now Eisen down to 39 seconds and counting. Here's Antrit for three. No good. Burlekamp, nice job hustling for the rebound, then getting it to Billingsley, who puts it up and in.
Yeah, Burlekamp's played really well. He does a lot of things, Jared.
57-44, and that's just not what you want there. He picked up his dribble, and now we've got a block going to be called on Max Shaw away from the basketball.
It was after the pass. It's a good call. I think he got the worst of it, too.
Yeah, that was some big-time contact. Second foul on Max. Ooh, that's some hard contact there.
Yeah, it was. He hit the floor hard. The floor does not give much.
Nice pass from Eisen to Burlekamp. He can't finish, but he's going to the free throw line.
Like I said, as he gets older, he's going to learn to square his shoulders more and get that ball up higher on the glass. But the two players who have given stability to Liberty Union right there involved in that play.
Yep, you're right. Eisen a junior and Burlekamp a sophomore.
Yeah, you got to feel good about that. Antrit shot it well, but those two do a great job of just, they're composed and they offer a lot of things to the team.
Burlekamp scores it. And now a steal for Eisen. There's Antrit. Wild pass.
Yeah.
And they're not even going to get a shot off.
No clock awareness there at the end of the quarter.
58-44 as we head into the final 8 minutes. Boy, this one's been wild and crazy at times, too.
Like I said, wild and woolly is about the best way to describe it. And you know what? It's a time to be in the gym, though. Yeah. You know, you go outside today with the wind chill. It's like, yeah, okay, we are in January, right? Time to have a basketball game.
Yeah. You mentioned Burlekamp and Eisen. Eisen is at 14 points right now, and 8 of those were in that third quarter. He had a really good third quarter.
Well, you know, he does it. He shoots it three well from the set, but he also does a lot of things. He cuts. He gets them on the offensive boards. He does a lot of the little things well, and you know, he's going to just hopefully spend some time at the game in the offseason and get even better. And you know, just things like squaring up at the basket there on those layups and expecting the contact as a sophomore. Hopefully as a junior, you know, he'd be around 20-point range. But, you know, I don't evaluate them necessarily by how many points they score, but how they play. And they're playing really well.
Yep. So the Lions right now have Hunter Antrid at 16, Jacob Burlekamp at 15, and Jared Eisen at 14. Irish will break the huddle with Turner, Shaw, Brady, Shockley, and Vogel. Sims, Antrid, Billingsley, Burlekamp, and Eisen for Liberty Union. Wide open three is put in for Daniel
set
Turner.
Play. Good call by Coach Brown. Ran a staggered double screen for his four-man.
And there's a steal by the Irish. It was tipped by Shaw and taken by Shockley. There's Shockley driving, puts it up, and couldn't get the roll. And good job by Vogel with the rebound, and then Sims going to be called for the foul.
Yeah, as Bryson gets stronger, he'll just tear that ball away and put it back in right there. Instead of having a foul, he'll finish that play.
Inbound comes into Vogel. They could cut it back to a single-digit deficit with the score here. Shockley for three in the corner, no good, and a whistle and a foul on the box out by Burlekamp. Tell you what, Max Shaw plays scrappy, and he's on the floor a lot. I mean, physically on the floor.
No, he's high energy, that's
Yes,
for
he
sure.
is.
That's a good way to put it there.
Not afraid to take charges and scrap inside. He's not that big of a guy. And there's a three in the corner for Turner, and a foul on Fisher Catholic, but count the three.
Daniel Turner, see, when he's composed and under control, Jared, he's got a lot of tools because he can drive it, he can shoot the three, he can offensive rebound. I just thought he was out of control a little bit the first half. And he's given him a big lift here in the fourth quarter to cut this deficit.
Yep. Shaw's called for the foul. That's his third. So Caden Starcher checks back in for him. 58-50 is the score. 7:14 to play in the ball game.
He'll run and trap at him a little bit.
Antrid underneath the basket to Burlekamp. He was wide open, but the pass was too high.
Yeah, just not a good pass. I mean, again, just the ball is not a hot potato.
Yeah.
Just, gather yourself, compose yourself.
Eisen tips it from behind. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Irish.
Yeah, Carter's got to learn to get the ball. You get it in front of your body once you beat pressure, because that tip.
Right.
You'll get that Saturday night with prep, with their pressure. The kids are really good at ball pressure.
Their coaching staff was here for about the first three quarters. I think they've since left. Brady inbounds it.
Nice job of pinning.
Vogel lost it, but hustled for his own loose ball.
He's got to be stronger with the ball. He did everything right. Just got to be stronger physically with the ball.
Skip pass over in the corner. Daniel Turner for three, no good. Tipped around and into the hands of Shook.
You know what was good about that pass from Bryson? He hit Daniel right in the shooting pocket. He didn't have to reach below his knees or above his head to shoot it.
Here's Burlekamp back out to Antrid. And Irish fans wanted to travel. Three in the corner, no good. Wyatt Sims fights for the rebound. And a whistle, no, they're going to say dribbled out of bounds. Thought it was going to be a foul, but he dribbled it out of bounds.
It's hard to tell with Wyatt sometimes because he's always going so fast and hard.
You're right.
Yeah, that's a travel.
That was where the Irish fans wanted to travel, and I have to agree with them.
What do they call that, a shuffle of the feet?
Whistle and a tie-up. The jump ball going to go back to Liberty Union. It's not a good pass there from Shockley. Antrid will bring it up. Just under 6 minutes to play in the ball game. 58-50. Liberty Union leads Fisher Catholic. Here's Eisen. Skip pass over. Shook for three. No good. And ball loose on the floor, still loose, and a foul going to be called on Daniel Turner.
Again, that was a really good pass by Shin. He hit the shooter right in rhythm.
Yeah.
You cannot underestimate
that.
that.
In a game like this where we've seen it just seems like, you know, high energy, high energy, and then Ison gets it, and it's just like calming almost.
It is. He's done a good job.
There's a three for Antrit, no good. Shook the rebound, get it back out to Sims.
Long shots equal long rebounds.
Yep. Sims trapped now.
Yep.
And a timeout going to be called by Coach Kramer.
It's a good timeout. You're in a bad area there. Front court corner at half court is the worst place to be with the ball.
So the Irish lost Bailey Francis early in this ball game with what appeared to be a shoulder injury. You just wonder, you know, with his presence in there, his height, would it make a difference? I mean, they've cut it back to within 8 here.
It's hard to say, but, you know, and you just hope he's okay. But you got to play with, you know, the guys that are here and the guys that can play, and those things happen. And unfortunately for us tonight, it happened to him tonight.
Yeah.
So
this is a deficit for Fisher Catholic that got up as many as, I believe, 17, close to 20, and they've done a nice job cutting it back here.
They've been better. You know, you make shots, you always look better too. And I think Daniel Turner settled down here a little bit. Looks more under control and effective. We'll see what Liberty Union comes up with here. They haven't scored as many points off their defense as they had in the middle quarters. They got a lot of steals, got a lot of deflections, and like I said, exposed some of the ball handling issues that Fisher has.
Coming up toward the end of this ball game, we'll have our players of the game. We'll have one from each team. Brought to you by Lions Auto and Fairfield National Bank.
See, and again, where do you go with the ball?
Yeah,
to a corner and pick it up. That's the worst thing you can do.
Antrit skips it to Shook, now to Sims inside the paint. He'll kick it back out to Antrit.
Their spacing's not bad right now.
Antrit going to force him to come out and play defense on him, and then his pass is taken away.
Yeah, he's not had a good night passing the ball.
He has not.
You know, one of the things that's hard, you want to slow it down like that, Jared. You've played fast all night. It's hard to do that.
Coach Brown calls a timeout as he sees an opportunity to cut it to within 7.
I think I'd need
5.
I would need 27 timeouts if it's like this every night.
They trail at 58-50 here, and you know, obviously he kind of saw a little bit of that. We don't know what we're doing here, so he calls a timeout to get him settled down.
That's a good job, and like I said, you're growing as a team. You're 50% through. You know, in the next 30% of your games, by about, like I said, 75-80% of the season, you kind of got to be in a rhythm. Whatever your rhythm is for the way you coach.
Yeah.
Your team's got to be organized, in rhythm, and you got to eliminate confusion. And what I mean by that is your players have to know when we call this is what we mean. You need to know where you need to be offensively and defensively when this is happening.
Yeah.
And then play within that. Play with your skills and your abilities.
Inbound pass comes into Turner. He'll fire up the 3 and hit it.
That's a pretty big shot because he was under some pressure. That's a good contested shot.
11 points in this half for Daniel Turner. 15 for the game. 58-53. 5-point deficit for the Irish. Now it's taken away.
I've always found it hard if you have a team that really likes to go to slow it down. You might as well just keep playing the way you are.
In the corner, Carter Brady drives, dishes, back out to Brady at the top of the key, and he thought about it one too many times, I think.
Yeah.
Sims the other way, down to the corner. Burleycamp for 3, no good. Rebounded by Brady. And his pass is tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Irish.
If Carter jump stops, puts the ball in his left hand, you get a layup. But it's not how he handles it. Handles on the break, on the move.
Sam Maynard will check in for the Irish to replace Caden Starcher. Brady to inbound.
Wide
Gets
open.
it into Turner. Unfortunately, the pass was at his feet.
Yep.
It kind of changed the shot.
Again, we've talked about how important the pass to the shooter has to be in the shooting pocket.
Here's Billingsley. Back out to Eisen. They'll skip it over to Shook. Down to 3:35. Liberty Union going to force him to come out on him. 58-53 is the score. Shook for three in the corner, and he got it.
Hey, if that's what you do, then stay with it. If that's what you do best.
7 points for Caleb Shook. Now tough defense put on by the Lions. Shockley breaks it. Goes to the hoop. Reverse layup is good. First bucket of the night, and it's a big one for Peyton Shockley.
Well, he went all the way to the basket. That's smart. You know, 3 minutes seems like a long time the way the teams have not handled the ball very well tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Right, you're right. Foul's going to be called on Shockley. That's his second. That'll send Jaden Billingsley to the free throw line. Colin McCready checks in for Daniel Turner. Turner's had a big second half. 11 points, 15 for the game, and he's checking out with 2:55 to go. Billingsley, free throw up and good. Second one for Billingsley, no good. Picked up by Vogel. Shockley almost traveled, gets it over to Vogel, and he gets an easy layup.
Showed his skill there.
62-57. Sims back out to Antrit. Now over to Eisen. He's got a wide open three. That one's short.
Yep. Legs are a little more tired right
Yep.
now in fourth quarter.
Brady over to Vogel. Dumping inside to McCready. McCready, nice little baby hook.
Okay, he makes their best post moves inside. He does. That was a solid jump hook.
He's the one that we saw with the jump stop and ball fake earlier. Here's another miss and a foul. Going to be called on Caleb Shook. That's his fifth.
Yeah, but that's only the 6th-team foul, so Fisher still has to take the ball out.
7
Watch
points
right
for
there.
Caleb Shook.
Watch the post move. Like I said, don't have to be real big, real tall. Straight across,
Yep.
and look at that. I couldn't teach it any better. That's beautiful.
62-59. Just a 3-point deficit for Fisher Catholic, and they have the basketball. 2:01 to play. Turner back into the ball game for the Irish. Brady brings it up, being worked on by Hunter Antrit. And he lost the basketball. Antrit takes it away. Here he goes, 1-on-2, and he has it stolen, but a foul going to be called, I believe, on Shockley.
It's a good foul. In that situation, if you're a Fisher Catholic, that's a good foul for you. Don't give up a layup.
First one's up and good for Antrit. Makes it a 4-point Lions lead. Second one no good, rebounded by Shockley. Shockley to the hoop. Low pass to Vogel.
He did the best he could to get it up to get the free throw. I don't think there was a chance it was going to score.
No. So Bryson Vogel at the free throw line. 19 points in the ball game for Bryson. And couldn't get the front end of the free throw.
Yeah, Bryson, like Daniel, has settled down this half also. He's been more consistent, got his feet under him.
Second free throw, also no good. Rebounded by the Lions.
Yeah, you got to trap and create pressure.
4-point lead for Liberty Union. Dump it over to Billingsley.
Good decision by Billingsley, I thought, right there.
In the corner to Burlekamp. He's trapped, and he'll get it over to Eisen.
Nice pass.
Sims with a nice pass over to Billingsley. Puts it up and in.
Yeah, Billingsley made that whole play by turning down a shot that he could have taken. And he just made the block.
Shockley tried to.
Oh.
That's not good.
Yeah. Just don't like to see kids' legs involved in collisions like that.
It's called on Colin McCready, his first. Irish down by 6, 65-59. 54.5 seconds to play in regulation. Burlekamp at the free throw line. Got the first one. Caden Starcher checks in for the Irish. Burlekamp can't get the second one. Rebounded by the Irish. Here comes Brady, down 66-59. Turner drains it, but I think he had a foot on the three-point
Good call by
line.
the out official.
Yeah, he had a toe just on that three-point line.
Yeah.
Cuts it back to 4, 66-62.
Big shot. Like I said, Daniel just did not have a good first half, but he's really shown his abilities here in the second half.
I know that the game's not over with yet, but let's get to our players of the game. Let's go with Fisher Catholic first, brought to you by Fairfield National Bank. Our first priority is to understand you, where you are in life, and where you want to go. We look forward to opportunities and places other banks may see challenges. Could there be a better reason to meet? Be delighted with your bank. Fairfield National Bank is a division of the Park National Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, Jared, I think after watching all but 45 seconds here, I think you have to give Bryson Vogel the player of the game for Fisher, just because I think above and beyond the scoring, he's done a lot of other things. He's rebounded the ball a lot. He's had some deflections and tips. As Bryson gets stronger and gets older, and he's even going to get even better, so make him more consistent. Daniel Turner's had a wonderful second half. Carter Brady's done a good job delivering the ball at the rim, but Bryson Vogel's had the big night for the Irish.
So congratulations to Bryson Vogel, our Fisher Catholic Fairfield National Bank player of the game. He currently is at 19 points in the game. Official stoppage as Vogel was too close to the line, so we had to back him up. Inbound comes into Eisen. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Carter Brady.
Yeah, you want to extend the game. You go for a steal. You play every possession. You make this 42 seconds last as long as you can. But you got to be organized offensively and know exactly what you want to do. And that's what I'm talking about. You kind of got to get solid here in this next 25-30% of the season. When you come down behind, we used to practice these situations all the time, Jared. So we knew exactly what we're doing. Now, whether it works or not, but there's not going to be confusion.
Right.
You should have a plan and an idea, because if you want to have a chance, if it's just helter-skelter, you're probably not going to finish it out.
Yep.
You watch the good teams anytime. You watch North Carolina. You watch Michigan, Michigan State. They have a plan. When they're ahead, when they're behind.
Eisen hits 2 big free throws to make it a 7-point lead, 68-61.
Yeah, and if you're Liberty, you just keep them in front of you. You don't want to foul.
Turner strong to the hoop, and he's fouled.
See, that's the last thing you want.
Because they're going to score possibly if he makes these
with the
clock
shot.
Stop.
Yeah, you know, that's the last thing you want. Just if he beats you, let him have the layup. The clock continues. Walk to get the basketball. Just walk slowly. Say, I got to take it out, sir. I mean, seriously, it's a clock game right now.
And the Irish have missed 3 free throws within this last minute. That'd be big.
Yeah, when you go from 1 possession to 3 possessions, it makes a big difference.
Second one for Turner's up and good. 68-62, 34 seconds. Inbound pass is tipped to get it to Antrit. Antrit across the timeline to Billingsley, and he's fouled by Turner. This is also the point of the game where you need to know how many fouls each of your guys have.
It doesn't matter at this point defensively. When you're in desperate mode, they foul out, they foul. You've been playing bench guys the whole game. So
True.
Honestly, you know, star guy, doesn't matter. At this point, we have to stop the clock. Now, what you like to do is play a little offense-defense, which is Coach Brown is trying to do here a little bit, is have guys in offensively and then have guys in defensively that have fouls.
Billingsley missed both free throws. Turner the rebound.
2-possession game.
Shockley, 3-point attempt put up on the side by Boyden, no good. I think if I'm Fisher Catholic, I'm doing everything I can to get the ball to Turner or Vogel.
Absolutely. Well, Boyden can shoot it, but it's hard walking in off the bench in the fourth quarter.
He hasn't played him a lot at all. I mean, early in the ball game, he got a couple minutes, but
yeah, it's hard. It's hard for a player to walk in and do that.
Let's get to our Liberty Union player of the game, brought to you by Lines Auto Service, your local source for full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair. Family-owned and operated, we perform high-quality, guaranteed service you can trust at a fair price.
For me, Jared, again, I think Jared Eisen has provided a lot of things for the Lions. He's handled the ball. I think he's kept the tempo under control when he needed to. He hasn't made a lot of turnovers. He's been real solid. Now, they've had really good play, you know, from different people. Antrit shot it well at times.
Burlekamp,
yeah, has played really well. And he's going to get better as he gets older also and as the season goes on. But I really think that the award goes on. It's appropriate.
So congratulations, Jared Eisen, number 4, the player of the game for Liberty Union. And I said it earlier in the game, and I'll say it again. It seemed like when things were just crazy on the floor, when the ball got in Eisen's hands, there you see him there, everything just calmed down.
Yeah, Jared did a real good job tonight. I mean, just provides a lot of things. I saw him talking to other players, and, you know, he's only a junior.
Right.
So that's what you want out of your point guard. You got to be a coach on the floor, communicate. And Billingsley's made some really unselfish plays here in the fourth quarter. I think that have also helped them immensely.
Antrit hits the first free throw. He'll get another. 69-62 is the score. 15.6 seconds to play in the game. Second one also good for Antrit. Gives him 19 in the game. That matches Bryson Vogel. Boyden for 3 in the corner, and he hit it. And Coach Brown takes a quick timeout.
Absolutely. You're only down 5. You still have a chance.
First bucket of the ball game for Bryson Vogel.
No, it wasn't Bryson.
No, I'm sorry. That was not Bryson. That was Jaden Boyden.
Yeah, Jaden.
My fault.
Jaden shot
first bucket of the game for Jaden Boyden.
Now, that's probably Jaden's strength right there. But like I said, when you walk in off the bench, it's hard to pick the ball up and shoot it.
Yeah.
But that's his role right now, and he's accepted it, and he did a good job right there making sure he got in the hole because the team still actually has a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a steal, give him a second. Look right here. I mean, that's under pressure.
Yeah, had a hand in his face.
Yep.
And look at the job, too, by Sam Maynard underneath the basket. Had position for a possible rebound, although in that situation probably going to be a long one, but he did have position.
Yeah, you don't necessarily want inside there. What you like to do is flatten your back and push the guy toward the baseline, so when it does come long, then you get to chase down. You know, there's a lot of little things like that that do matter, believe it or not. You can teach kids. The effort by both teams has been really good.
Yeah.
The intensity's been right from the start. It was so high from the start. It was so emotional and high that the play really, wasn't as good as it should have been with the level of players we have.
Right. Billingsley to inbound and an immediate foul.
Yep, that's all you can do.
Going to send Burleycamp to the free throw line.
Yeah, you keep Antrid off the line. He just made them. Anybody that's just made them, you keep them off the line. And you foul the next available pass. You don't have time to decide.
Burleycamp has 16 points of the game, 4 of those from the line. I believe he's 4 of 5 from the line tonight. And he gets this one. Boyden and Maynard come back in for the Irish. Second free throw also good for Burleycamp. Shockley quickly up the floor, down to 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Shockley will fire up a 3, no good. And the final buzzer sounds with the Lions taking the 72-65 win over Fisher Catholic.
Yeah, just too big a deficit for the Irish. Fought back in the fourth quarter, Jared. Got it within, 3?
Yeah.
Did a great job, but give Liberty Union credit. They hung in there and pulled out the victory.
Check some scoring here for both teams. First of all, for Fisher Catholic, had a lot of guys in the scoring column tonight. It was Max Shaw with 3 points. Sam Maynard had 2. Braley Francis had 4 before getting injured. Jaden Boyden had 3. Peyton Shockley had 2. Carter Brady with 6. Colin McCready with 8. Daniel Turner had a nice game with 18 points. And it was Bryson Vogel leading the way for the Irish with 19. He was our player of the game for Fisher Catholic. For Liberty Union, it was Caleb Shook with 7 points. Jaden Billingsley had 9. And then the next 3 guys all in double figures. It was Jared Eisen, our player of the game for Liberty Union, had 16. Jacob Burleycamp had 18. And Hunter Antrid had 19. And Liberty Union, 5 in a row now.
Hey, give them credit. They play, I think they play again Saturday also. Got a league game in the Buckeye Division.
Yeah.
Then they don't come back till Wednesday. And like I said, Fisher's on the NBA schedule with Harvest Prep Saturday and a game Monday. At least that's what it showed on the schedule.
Crazy. So Liberty Union raises their record to 5-6 overall, 3-3 in their league. Fisher Catholic drops to 8-3 and 4-2 in their league.
Now they'll find out. Liberty goes to play Fairfield Union. It'll be a little different bird there as far as Fairfield's very under control, plays really good defense, and has nice guard play. So it'll be interesting.
Want to thank our IVP crew tonight: Bob Campetti, Shane Messina, Tom Russo, and Mason Gunther. Again, your final score: Liberty Union wins this one tonight over Fisher Catholic, 72-65. For Tim Shoemaker and our entire Interface Video Productions crew, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, the Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, and Dagger Law.